morning, everyone. Today I'm putting together some of those little critters that I make, the eggs. There's a little example of one, and I'm going to show you how I do it. So, get one of these eggs here. I think this is the one that I commented on that had some cracks in it. We'll just see if we can utilize those cracks and create a worthwhile little animal out of this. First thing I do is kind of get some of the throw marks off of them. There's little variations, and without a good layer of glaze on here, they tend to those throw marks really show up. So this is porcelain clay, so it cleans up pretty well. You can just wipe off the imperfections pretty easily, if you can get them off of there without putting more on. Anyway, so really I'm just taking a sponge here and scrubbing the surface across the grain of the throw marks, and it smooths everything out. And like this, there's a, I don't know if you can see it, there's a crack right there, right here. It's not really, it doesn't go through the piece. It's just something that didn't get healed up while I was doing it. I'm gonna cover that with a part of the hand-built stuff. So anyway, so now we got her kind of cleaned up, and we'll start building the face. Okay, the first thing I do is I put either a little top-notch comb on there, or this one has a little cowboy hat. These are really just silly. But, or this one has a little rooster comb on it. So, show you how to, or how I make the hair for the top. And since I'm going to cover up this little defect here, I'm going to make more hair than normal. So, bear with me on this. Use a tea strainer and take a football shape piece of clay, stick it on the inside, and just start pushing it through the strainer and watch the hair grow. So we got plenty of hair. I hope I had that in the camera. Sometimes when you're working, the camera's not your friend. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do here is score the clay where the hair is going to sit. And what that does is it just opens up the area and gives me more surface area for the clay to the two bodies of the hair and the actual egg area. Gives it more surface area. So then I take a knife here and lift the hair off and set it down on the egg. I have I think this is yeah, this is a bamboo skewer for making shish kebabs. Anyway, since I don't want to mess up the hair, I reach down inside there, following the hair down, and push the hair down onto the egg. I'm now a hairdresser. I think they're supposed to be closed right now because of the virus, but so we got a little mohawk action going on here. Sometimes you pull some of their hair out. So now we have some hair for our little man or woman, whatever the case may be. Okay, so kind of look at the piece here and try and determine which is the best place for the face. On this one, it appears that this area right in here is where I'm going to put the face. So I kind of draw an invisible line there with what's going on, and the first thing I try and do, if the clay is still soft enough, is I put a little dimple here. That's a navel. Yes, I know birds don't have navels, but my birds do. So we put a little navel in there, give it a navel, and clean that up. Wash its face a little bit here. Okay. Then we're going to they have little feet that peek out. The little feet peek out underneath, and I've found that the feet need a place to rest. So might create little indentations in there. It's safer to do it at this point than after you've got a bunch more of the pieces added to it and then end up damaging those. And I've wiped out part of my signature here, so hopefully I can find a tool to put it back on. We'll just put it over here. All right. So we have a navel and foot pegs, I guess. So next item I add is the beak. It's a little trickier. I kind of give it a flat spot in the back, and you just form a beak. Starting to feel like Bob Ross here. I'm not as good as Bob Ross, but Okay. You ever make mistakes in life? Turn it into a bird. Okay. So we kind of got a beak going. And use our skewer again to kind of score the back side of the beak. And we have to determine where on the face we want to put the beak. And it's a matter of just finding a place where it looks right. Once I just temporarily stick it on there and I give myself some reference. Pull it back off, score underneath where it's going to go. And we make a little more slip by adding water to that area. And we pick up some moisture there and position the beak on the face where it looks like it needs to be. And we're pushing that in. I'm pushing it as strongly as I can without deforming the beak too much. So there's our little beak on the front. Slipped right out of my hand there. Okay, so, and of course our bird needs eyes. So we'll score some on the face. Give it some eye action. Notice that the hair is a little cockeyed, so I'm going to see if I can move it over. That might help a little bit. Okay. This is the thing I'm making all the pieces out of. The clay I'm making all the pieces out of is the same clay that I threw here. That way it shrinks at the same rate. The eyes are probably the hardest because they have to be the same size. And you're just winging them. Winging them on a bird. So, plop those down to give it a flat side. And I've already added water to these, I think, but maybe not. So you just keep forming an eye. The key here is to do both sides one right after another so that you don't push an eye out of position, because if they will look very strange if they're one's higher than the other by a lot. It doesn't matter if they're a little bit off. Okay, so we got our eyes in position. And the pupils need to be looking at straight out. I have one, I think this is one. This guy's kind of got his, he's looking up in the air, so I guess there's nothing wrong with it. is anything you want to do. So now I put some eyebrows on. And wings. Yeah, he's kind of soft. Clean all that up a little bit. Okay, so he's got some wings. His beak is not setting up as fast as I'd like, but what we'll do is put the smiley face on him. A little smiley face on the side. Give him a nostril. There we go. And we need some feet and a tail. Go again. Get the water. Okay. This is kind of tricky. Wouldn't think it would be, but you gotta get it flattened back down so he'll sit flat on the surface. So we got his feet, and I'm going to try and do this so you can see it, but I just put a couple toes on there. Get a big long toenail. Try and get everything done on the front side because I'm about to flip him over and go to the back, and I don't want to have to go back up here again. Alright, there's the front of our little critter. All I have to do is make him a tail. Did one of these once with the tail way off to one side. It's bothered me ever since, so now I make sure I put them where they're supposed to be. Okay, there's a little guy. I'll probably clean him up a little bit more once he's got a chance to set up. But that's what they look like. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope everybody's staying safe. I will see you tomorrow or the next day.